Hi guys, I'm Andy. Welcome back to Backpacking UK, the YouTube channel that's all about hiking, backpacking and wild camping. Wow, it's a glorious day today for the second part of the Dales Way hiking trail. So I had a cracking day yesterday, covered 24 miles, cracking campsite, food, drink. It couldn't have gone any better until it took a turn for the worst.
Morning campers. Well, last night was an absolute nightmare because every 15 minutes, the church bells struck. Every 15 minutes. Oh, it's so loud. Oh my God, you get away with it in a camper van, but not in a tent. Oh, I'm absolutely gutted. It's just one of those things. Just a shame I've got to do about 30 miles today. But I woke up this morning, there's a bit of a crunch to the grass. So I think we've had a little frost, so I'm absolutely chuffed to bits. I bought my winter sleeping pad, which is still superb, by the way. I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with that. That's an absolute bargain. But the Optimus quilt, that was brilliant. As with quilts, you've just got to make sure that you seal out those drafts. But like when it got a bit too hot early last night, that's the benefit of a quilt. You can open them up. But I'll show you the views today. Morning campers, let's see what today looks like. Oh, it's looking alright, okay. Oh no, see, I've moved over in the night and there's ice on my sleeping bag. Oh no, look. Oh, gutted. I've pushed the inner right to the outer and I've got ice condensation on my quilt. So it's about 6:30 in the morning. So you can see my little tent there. Some of the campers. And you can see down into the valley, the sun is just starting to rise, and then you've got the hills in the background over there. But yeah, it's a cracking morning. Hands are pretty cold, but you can tell it's going to be a lovely, lovely day. And there we have it, 2 lattes. An oat porridge with chocolate and banana. So I'm just going to sit here and watch the sunrise. God, just what I need. So the sun has just lifted over that ridge, filled the valley with light. Oh wow, it's literally gone up about 15 degrees. Just like that. So I might even start off with shorts today and sun cream too. So this is just coming into Kettlewell village, just over that bridge there. There's a couple of pubs there, and then you've got the King's Head here. Oh, I'm going this way. Here is the Racehorse Hotel, and where I stopped last night, Bluebell Inn, for some food and drink. So I'm left today with no sleep, 30 miles to do, but I'm still so up for it. Who couldn't be on a day like today? Kettlewell itself is absolutely lovely little village, as are
many of the villages I've been through so far. So the plan today is just to crack on, cover some serious miles. I've got my sun cream on, so I'm hoping to top up that tan. So today I've got to get to Sedbergh because that's where my campsite is. So there is not a lot of choice, but it's supposed to be another really nice place to stay on the Dales Way, so I'm really looking forward to that. Yes, absolutely beautiful day. Once again, we're in this Wharfedale Valley. Now we're really in the thick of it. I'm really enjoying this part of the backpacking trip. So bring it on. So in the distance there, you got a little village of Starbottom. Oh, this part of the valley is so nice to walk on. Nice, soft and spongy. You can really get a move on. So over there you've got Knucklebone Pasture. It's a great name. So I'm just coming towards Buckden. It looks like there's a little shop or maybe a little coffee shop here. After Buckden, there really isn't a lot all the way until Dent, which is a really long way. So I'm going to try and get myself a coffee and a cake if I can. So a bit of a disaster. Don't accept card. Oh my god. And this is one of the new paths that they've built. Right, I'm just coming into Harbour Home. Here, tiny little village, but it does have the George Inn. Let's have a look in here. Hello. Oh, look at this. Oh, it could be turned into a cool little cottage. And this is where Bragbeck meets the River Wharfe. So I'm just coming into Yorkshire. Stunning as always. Got caught out a couple of weeks back in the Dales where it said he had loads of 3. Woke up to thick ice on my camper van. Likewise last night, although there was a mild frost this morning, there was loads of 4. So just bear that in mind. It's always worth taking gear on the side of caution. I know this is sort of lightweight gear, but wouldn't want to go too light because I think you might find yourself getting unstuck and just end up being miserable. So now we're in Langstrothdale. It's really nice to be so close to the river. It'd be great to have a paddle. I tell you what, if I didn't have so many miles to do today, I'd quite happily take an hour, just sit by the river, having a paddle, listening to the water. So I've just ticked off 16k, which is exactly 10 miles. I'm about 3 hours in to today. Just coming towards, I think it's called Beckermon's. Got absolutely lovely little waterfall here in the background. The wind's picked up quite a lot, which is quite nice because it don't get too hot. However, if I was burning, I wouldn't have a clue. But this part of the Dales Way is just lots of scenery really, nothing sort of major to pick up on. It's just nice day out walking really. Well, this bit's a bit of a slog, but at least the steep bit's on the road, I guess. Whoa. Yeah, caught up with another couple of people that are doing the Dales Way. They thought I might pass them earlier, and they thought I might be going all the way to Dent, and I had to tell them that I'm actually going a lot further than Dent. So yes, it's going to be a long day. I'm not sure if that pub stop's going to happen, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful day. Look at this. This is, believe it or not, it's not April Fool's. This is the 1st of April. That's bonkers. It's got to be about 17, 18 degrees, I should think. It's bloody lovely. This stretch has been so boggy, and it's been really quite dry, so if you're tackling this and it's been raining, you definitely want waterproof boots for that part. And now we're just about to enter the grouse moors. So here we have Cam Woodlands and then on to Cam Houses, and like I say, I'm pretty sure that's Ingleborough in the background. It's just brings another dimension to the Dales Way. It's getting a little bit samey now. All of a sudden it's all changed, so I've made the decision to take the harder, shorter route. Did similar sort of thing with the Cumbria Way as well. Obviously, you know me, I like my mountains. So far I've done a huge amount of valley walking, and I just fancy bagging a summit, getting on that ridge line and taking in those 360 views. So this is the high route, so crosses the Pennine Way, and then you've got gates over here, and then the route just goes into the distance. So this is what I came here for. Got all these new views of the other valleys. Amazing 360 degrees. Look at the colour of that sky. It's absolutely bonkers. It's just, what a day for walking. So in the distance there, that must be the Lake District. Eastern Fells. And coming into view now, this must be Whernside. There you go, you've got Whernside and Ingleborough both together. So that's the high route done, that part of the bridleway. Then you've got Dent and Sedbergh. I've got a little bit of road here to go on, and then I'll be linked back up with the low road. So one thing I must say is just getting up high, getting on that ridge really gave me a bit of a lift. It's really good for the mind if you get to do what you absolutely love all the time whilst looking at these mountains. I'm actually feeling really good, and spirits are back up now. Now I've had some good 360 views, ready to get to Dent. That's what my target is really, you know, with these sort of longer ways. It's tricky on a day like today because there wasn't a huge amount that was particularly fascinating. They didn't really go through many, well, any really sort of like even villages. So, you know, it's good to have something to aim for, and I've been thinking about Dent for a while because that's a really nice village. Stock up on some food there, and then the last little push to Sedbergh. And in the distance there you can just see the top of Penny Ghent. I'm not sure this is the safest road to drive on. Right, so just approaching Cowgill. In the distance there you've got Great Noutbury Hill. So just at the turning point of Gales, there's the telephone box there, which could actually be helpful because there is zero signal today. But for us, back off the road, back on to the Dales Way. So ticked off 25 miles and I'm absolutely cooked. The sun's moved around now, so instead of being on my back, it's on my front. It's starting to get tough. This is where the character building part comes in. Got some cracking views of mountains once again. I could do with a sit down because I haven't sat down for 25 miles now. So my knees and feet will thank me for it. Right, here we are, just coming into Dent now. I cannot wait to see this place. Beautiful location. The official route doesn't go through the middle of Dent, but I certainly am. So this is Dent Centre. It's a lovely little village. A couple of pubs, little village store, cracking. So I'm on the final stretch now, Dent to Sedbergh. So managed to get some tuna mayo, cucumber, wholemeal bread sandwiches from the village store. So a little bit of goodness. Got myself a Lucozade Sport, which always perks me up. Then in the Georgian Dragon, still had space for a Wainwright Gold, which I absolutely love. And I tell you what, in Yorkshire, they know how to pull a pint, that's for sure. It's stunning beer. So I would have quite liked to have stayed there for the evening, but from Dent there's probably about 5 miles left to go. So where I am, we've got about 3.5. Look, that sun's just starting to go down. But yeah, 30 miles in my legs, about 9 hours, just over 9 hours. I'm not gonna lie, that's a hard day. I'm not gonna recommend that to anyone. It's just no chance. Oh, by days, it's hard work. And you know, some of it's do some of these things partly for like a personal challenge, partly because I only have like a limited amount of holiday. It's only a limited amount of time that I want to, you know, spend away from my family. But for 30 miles, this is going to end up being about 34 miles, I should think. That's silly. Don't even don't even think about it. But my feet aren't too bad. But I'd be lying if I said my shoulders weren't screaming. It has been such a lovely day. Oh wow, to get weather like this for doing these like hiking trails and challenges, it's just awesome. I do feel extremely lucky. There's unfortunate, there's no doubt about that. Now that is the best sign I've seen all day. The road to victory. Oh. My final descent just ticked over 50k, 10 hours. What an epic day. Wow. So just coming into the little village called Millthrop. These cheeky chaps getting told off. Oh, so this is the pepper pot, but the actual purpose of it is unknown. It looks like a lighthouse, maybe just a cool tree house or a lookout tower. Just checking out what is going on in the surroundings. Let me in, come on. Let me in, you. We made it 53k, 10.5 hours, and we finally made it to Fell Farm. Look at this for a camping spot. A few little midges in the air, which is a bit of a pain, but I'm not going to grumble. It's a cracking little spot. So today I left Kettlewell, went via Starbottom to Buckton. From Buckton went through Hubberholme, through the Langstrothdale Valley to Beckhamons. I then went from Beckhamons to Cam Houses, took the high road, the old Pennine Way, Bridle Way, picked up the main route all the way to Dent. From Dent, made my way to Sedbergh, so that's 33 miles for the day, 2,900 feet of ascent.
Morning everyone. Well, after my epic day yesterday, I literally pitched my tent, set everything up, had something to eat, had a beer, had a shower and went straight to bed. So I did no content creating, which I'm definitely not sorry for, but my head literally touched the pillow and I was out for the count. I was so tired. But today is a new day. I've got all the sounds of the Yorkshire Dales, and surprisingly after yesterday I'm actually raring to go again. So I've got about 27 miles to Windermere, so my plan is to get cracking. Right, so let's see what sort of day I've got today. It wouldn't surprise me if it was slightly icy out there, because it did get cold, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be another nice day. Sun is just starting to rise. Oh, it definitely was freezing last night. There's ice on my tent. You can just see the ice on the ground and on my towel that I'm just about to have a shower with. But yeah, once again the forecast of lows was wrong, but I was so glad I brought some cold weather gear with me.